Geez, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm in Ocosingo. that's the whole point of the story, was to tell you that I actually got here. Hey guys, so I just want to let you know a few new ways that you can get a hold of me outside of YouTube. The first is through Facebook, where I update on upcoming trips. The second is through Instagram, and that's where I post exclusive photos from the trip. And the third is a way for you guys to donate to the channel if you want, and it's through a Patreon page. Alright guys, sorry to waste your time, hope you liked the video. Alright, good morning guys. So today I am walking, well, I've already made it to the town of Agua Azul, and I'm heading now to the waterfall of Agua Azul. So it's a town and a waterfall. It took me, actually I don't even know what time it is. I think it took me about an hour to get here. So basically I got in a car, and obviously you're going to see all these buses here. And basically they just stop on the road and they pick up everybody on the way there. And it cost me 75 pesos total to get from Palenque to here, so that is $5. So that's not too bad considering it was about an hour long. So we're going to explore this, we're going to see what it's like, and then from there I'm heading to Ocosingo. So you can tell that this is a really little touristy town. They got all the shops set up there behind me. I'm not sure if I'm going to look at them. I might look at them. I really haven't bought any like sort of souvenir stuff since I've been here. We've just been kind of going through and enjoying the nature and the area and stuff like that. So on my way back through, you know, I just walked the little beach here. So on my way back through I may check out the stalls and stuff. I'm not much of a souvenir buyer, so I would like a t-shirt, because what I'm doing is I'm taking all my t-shirts and I'm turning them basically into wall art. So maybe that's something I'm going to try and look for on this trip. But actually I really haven't been to many places where it's easy to find t-shirts and stuff like that, at least that say Mexico on them. So maybe this is one of those places. We'll see, I guess. A bit of a later start today than I wanted, so you can tell we're definitely in the tropical section of Mexico, because it just started pouring last night around 6 or 7, and it poured all night straight through, and then it didn't stop until 11 o'clock, so I didn't even leave the hostel and get in the vehicle till just after 12 o'clock, so I kind of didn't get as much done today as I was wanting. I did miss out going to one waterfall, but I didn't know how long it was going to take me to go through everything. I didn't realize this was going to be as short as it was, because I was also going to go to Miso Ha, which was on the way, but I thought I was going to run out of time. So I think this is what it's all going to be just for today, and then make my way to Ocosingo and see the ruins there tomorrow. But I'm just glad that I was able to, the rain was stopping, because it was calling for rain most of the day, so I'm glad it's holding off enough that I can actually visit here and not miss out on more than I have to. So Agua Azul literally translates to blue water. I was expecting blue water and I get brown water. So I don't know if that's, I don't know, but by the looks of it, a lot of the brown is from the rock that's underneath. It looks like a very brownish rock. I don't know if the recent rain has anything to do with it. Maybe it's a little more clear and blue when it hasn't been raining, but it's definitely not blue, but it definitely is impressive. I also really want to thank the young guy that's working at the information booth. I had my big traveler's backpack with me this morning, and once I got there, he didn't speak any Spanish, so I had to use my Google Translate, but he let me leave my backpack there. You know, I just took out the important stuff like the passport and the money, just, you know, just to be cautious. But yeah, he let me leave it there, so I thought I'd carry it all the way through here, which was nice because I was expecting to have the pack on the whole time, so it's kind of nice to be able to drop that off. I had to make some change for the second taxi. He didn't have any change on him. So the first, from Palenque to Agua Azul on the main road was 50 pesos, and then there was a second, I think they're called Activos, or Activos. There was a second bunch of them waiting there, and it was 25 pesos from there into Agua Azul. So based on what I've seen, 25 pesos is more of a ripoff because it was only like maybe 5-ish, 10 minutes at the very most, whereas the 50 peso got me an hour to here. So the guys that are local are definitely cashing in. Maybe they are, I don't know, maybe they're just ripping me off because I'm a white Canadian in Mexico. I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely cheaper than taking a tour. There was also an admission price of 40 pesos that you had to pay at the gate. So there's that. And yeah, anyway, 40 pesos is like $2.50 to come to see this. Definitely worth it. So when you come here, make sure that you go all the way to the top and not just at the bottom viewing point, because it just keeps going. So you don't want to miss out on all the different little look-off spots from the falls, because it's broken up in different little sections. Alright guys, I'm getting mixed information about what these taxi service things are called. Originally people were calling them colectivos, which makes a lot more sense to me because it collects people along the way. And that's what this guy's calling them. So I'm waiting around. He wanted to charge me 50 pesos to take me back to the main street, and I only paid 25 on the way down. He says it's because there's more than one person. So I said I'm going to wait for another person who wants to go back, because I'm not going to pay twice as much as what I could with somebody else. So I'm going to play the waiting game here, and basically I'm not going to let them win and overcharge me. So we're going to wait around. It's, you know, like 3:30 in the afternoon, so I got lots of time to get there the rest of the way. Alright, I can say now for sure it is Colectivo because I see a sign, and that's what it says. So, that's what these cars are here behind me. So, half the time they're regular cars, half the time, if you can see that white van behind me, I don't know how clear it is right now, it may just be focused on me, but that white van is also a Colectivo. So obviously the bigger the vehicle, the more room, the more stops it's going to make, but also it may be a little bit cheaper. I haven't been on one of those yet, I've only been in cars, so don't quote me on that, but it does appear as though, at least for partial distances, they do charge you on that. When I was in the other one, there was two of us, and it was, like I said, it was 50 pesos for me to get down here. I don't know how much it would have been if it was just myself, because on the way we did pick up a third guy who only paid like 20 some odd pesos because he got let off halfway through. So I don't know if it's like predetermined with how far you go is how much you pay or what it is. But I guess we'll see for this, and we'll see for what happens when I get to Ocosingo. How much is that's going to be, because I'm not sure yet. Okay, so I found a t-shirt. It doesn't fit me, which is fine, because that's not what I want it for. But Buddy wanted 500 pesos for it, which is quite a bit. I offered him 50, and he says no, and then I say no, and he's like, fine, 50. So I got it's basically a little kid's t-shirt, but like I said, it's just going on the wall. So Mexico is definitely one of those places, especially in tourist places like this, where you have to offer it or else you're going to get ripped off completely, because obviously he wanted 10 times the amount that I paid for it. So it's just one of those places. I'll put the conversion of what 500 pesos is. So let's see, 30, that'd be like 30 some odd dollars, I guess, or so for the t-shirt, and I ended up paying like $2.50. No, gracias. Biggest words of the day, no gracias. So usually if people talk to you and you don't want to buy it, just say gracias, no gracias, and that will get them off your back pretty much. Because everybody's like that here, right? Everybody will try and sell you something. There's people working outside the stores trying to bring you in and stuff like that. So you just have to make sure you know that's what it's like here, and then you have to have no problem saying no thank you. And that's what it is. It's no thank you. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked the vlog. Let me know if you did by hitting the thumbs up button. Love to see you subscribe to the channel. Check out more of the stuff from here in Mexico, plus all the other cool places that I plan on going. Alright guys, hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. So I ended up having to pay the 50 pesos from Agua Azul to get a ride back to the main road. I tried waiting for people to show up, but it was such after a very quiet day that there was nobody around, so I didn't have much option. So after that, I hopped into one of the vans that would take me all the way back here to Ocosingo, and then I encountered something that I read about, and that was a roadblock. So there is this one particular road which I was on that is between Palenque and Ocosingo, in which it's known as Route 199, I believe is what it is, and it's known to have lots of roadblocks. Anyway, we got about 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, and then there was a roadblock. So what I ended up having to do was get out, paying the driver 40 pesos for what he had driven me already, and then I crossed the roadblock with a bunch of other Mexicans that were extremely helpful. Just so you guys know, I've had nothing but helpful people here since I got on the plane from Mexico City down to Palenque. I met somebody on the plane. They gave me lots of advice. They offered me places to stay, and then the lady that I was sitting next to here on that first van, she helped me get to the other side of the roadblock, get into another one of the vehicles and go. And then when we got here, she didn't speak any English, and of course I don't speak any Spanish, so I use my translator a lot of the time. And then the other half of the time I was listening to her speak Spanish, just agreeing, because I don't really know what she's saying. But she was extremely nice. She talked to the cab. She made sure that I got a good price, because they would probably rip me off, she said, that if I just went by myself. So she did that. She recommended this hotel. I asked for a cheap place to stay that's close to being in town, and this was it. It was 150 pesos, so that's even cheaper than the hostel that I stayed last night, and I had my own room. So that's amazing. That's like $10. So she was extremely helpful. Geez, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm in Ocosingo. That's the whole point of the story, was to tell you that I actually got here. There was a roadblock. So tomorrow I plan on doing the ruins. It's still kind of rainy out, so that's kind of a bummer. It's also kind of a bummer that they're having technical issues with the Wi-Fi, so I'm not able to contact anybody unless I find a place that has Wi-Fi. But there is a TV in Spanish, so that's going to be about as interesting as I can handle. If not, I'm just going to chill out and probably get an early night. I slept fairly well last night, but of course with any dorm style room, there's people up early in the morning, or there's always that one person that snores, which was the case last night. So looking forward to my own room, be able to stretch out and enjoy that. So that's the update. Hope to see you on the next video. Already said this. Goodbye.